got him. We're going back to Detroit.
5 seconds to go. Thomas wants to get it in quickly.
Everybody's looking around like, what do we do? I look over and I see the official holding a basketball. I run over and I panic.
Now that's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ. Right out 1 second left. Wow, play by Bird. Bird stole the inbounding pass. And Boston has a 1-point lead with 1 second left. Oh my, the place is so crazy.
Bird comes out of nowhere. I mean, it was like a streak of lightning.
We're going to give the ball to Detroit. Bird steals it. Johnson, layup Boston. 1 second left.
It was over just like that.
At that point, did you want to call timeout with 5 seconds left or just get it over?
No, I would have liked to, personally liked to have a timeout, but we didn't get it.
Were you aware they had a timeout left? Coach said that he wanted to get a time.
I was aware that we had a timeout left, but I didn't see anybody signaling for one, and I didn't think about the signal for one. Excuse me.
Even though the Pistons would win in Detroit to force a Game 7, their best chance to win at the Garden had already been taken away. And the focus was about to shift, for Isaiah, the Pistons, and the sport, to a totally different issue.
They always do, find a way to win. Down the stretch at home. 117 to 114. Larry Bird scores 37 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists.
The Pistons had lost to the Celtics in 7 games in the 1987 Eastern Conference Finals. And in Detroit's locker room afterwards, the questions were about the superstar who dominated them again. And then, things got complicated.
It starts because an unsophisticated Dennis Rodman is asked about Larry Bird, and let's be real, it's probably the first time in Dennis Rodman's life that a white guy tuned him up on the basketball court.
Dennis Rodman just went to Larry Bird University.
Larry Bird was the god in the NBA. You know, he's like the great white hope. And I said, if Larry was a black guy, he just would be a regular old basketball player. And I didn't realize what I said, you know.
Someone ran over with that comment and asked Isaiah Thomas, your teammate said something. Do you agree with it?
A very, very good basketball player. I think he's an exceptional talent. But I'd have to agree with Robin. If he was black, he'd be just another good guy.
Isaiah, who clearly had the sophistication, picked the wrong white guy to make his point. Because Larry was the baddest boy on the planet.
If he was black, he'd be just another good guy.
All hell broke loose after that. And all the ire was focused on Isaiah.
That turned into reverse racism, everybody jumped on that.
Following Larry's statements, he's going to take off and get the game tonight, and Isaiah will stay for questions.
It got so controversial that Bird and Isaiah held a press conference during the finals between the Celtics and the Lakers to try to clear the air.
You know, just walking in this room and seeing everybody, it must have touched a lot of people, and that's why we're here. We're trying to cover up for each other.
I think all of you who know me, who has ever interviewed me before, know that I joke and kid a lot. So if you can...
It was a chance to be a statesman. There was a chance to do the right thing or the wrong thing. Isaiah took course B.
We lost the game. I got accused of being a racist, and I'm bad guy now.
Isaiah tried to start digging himself out of the hole.
I even looked up the word racist.
know the definition of that word?
All he was trying to do at that point was get away from this as quickly as possible, and in his retreat, got more confusing and more people piled on him, and it just turned into one really big mess.
Isaiah, tell me about the laugh. Now, is that a sarcastic laugh, or is that a laugh of someone who's saying, you know exactly what I mean?
No, it's a very sarcastic laugh. I think anybody who knows me will. You regret the comment? I never made the comment. I regret not being smart enough to never repeat someone else's quote.
The comment's effect on Isaiah and his image was undeniable. But for the team, the impact was totally different.
That was a turning point. Isaiah really came to my rescue. That right there was a telling moment for me and for the team. You know, we'll do anything for each other. And the team really gelled together quickly.
You were either all in or you were out. There was no in between.
No one liked me. No one likes Rick. People were just starting to dislike Isaiah more and more. Okay, well then use it to our advantage.
Nice guys finish last. You know, sometimes a villain wins, and it's kind of fun being a villain.
Phil Lambier and Rick Mahorn became a WWE tag team.
There was a saying that we used to have called tap tap. When you say tap tap, that means no layup.
Watch the drive. Mahorn just gives him a shove and knocks him out of the way. I don't like that play.
I bumped into them, hit them, stopped them any way I could. Players don't like that at all.
Ewing and foul hard.
Rick Mahorn, Lambier, I hated both of them.
And there are no touch fouls at all by these two guys.
You name it, they did it. Illegal screens, holds, scratch, elbow.
When Mahorn and Lambier were out there, your head was on a swivel because you didn't know where it was coming from. You knew it was coming.
Wilkins picks it up on the baseline. Lambier took it down hard.
Lambier, he didn't care what you thought when he hit you. I got knocked to the floor, and damn, he extended his hand to help me up. He slapped his hand away.
I take great pride in winning the mental battle. That's what all games are about.
You're so mad at him that you off your game.
People hated his tactics. But Lambier, he loves the booze, he loves the animosity. That's what got him going.
Everything Lambier did was calculated. It wasn't just, I'm just going to be a jerk just because that's the way I am. He said, here's what I'm doing. I'm taking pressure off the rest of those guys. I can take being hated.
Somebody has to wear the black hat. Everybody can be the best player, which I was not, but I can be the best person on the basketball court that day because I outfought the other player.
The Pistons' style hadn't changed overnight, but becoming a title contender had shined the light a whole lot brighter.
When you're the new guys coming up, quite naturally, you're going to get the label as being the rebel or the bad guys or whatever because you're trying to dethrone Celtics or Lakers.
And then there was the guy who'd become the league's best individual player, Michael Jordan of the Bulls. When the Pistons went to Chicago midway through the 87-88 season, they decided to send a message to him too.
Michael Jordan comes to the hole. I foul him. All of a sudden, you got Oakley coming through.
We didn't get in a fight with the Bulls. Rick Mahorn got in a fight with the entire Bull organization.
We were reading the paper and they were talking about how, we trying to hurt people, and Jordan had accused Mahorn of trying to end his career and everything.
Media started getting on our case about we were too physical and we were destroying the way basketball was played.
They called us thugs and this isn't good for the game, this isn't good for the league. We were being labeled as bad guys. There's two ways you can react to the stereotypes. Either we can use it to our advantage, or it's going to hinder us severely. And we have been trying to fight it for so long. Finally, we embrace it. Okay, we'll be like the Oakland Raiders.
You know, the old Oakland Raiders.
All of a sudden, these half a dozen boxers show up to the Silverdome.
Hey guys, come on, what's this hold them up.
We had to have that chip on our shoulder. It's us against the league. Either you love us or you hate us.
Every great team needs an identity. You can't be great in this league and have zero identity.
Not only did we want to dominate you physically, but we wanted to crush you mentally.
Nice look for Sally. He got the pocket and drew a foul.
Gotta stop at the corner shop and get some milk. Glad I didn't marry him. That man had a bad attitude. Oh, the saying is only gonna get hotter.
He gives it to him. The Pistons are number one, and they're going all the way.
It caught on so quick. There was something incredibly blue-collar about it. There was something Detroit about it. And transcended race and color. Detroit just put their arms around it and said, I like this. For the first time, you actually had an identity here.
In the 1988 playoffs, the Pistons would face Jordan in the Bulls in the second round. The Bad Boys against the scoring chief.
Yo, 7:15, turn the AC off.
Not to mention, a guy doing it right down the street from where Isaiah Thomas had grown up.
Isaiah was probably one of the most popular athletes in Chicago. Jordan took Chicago away from him almost immediately.
He's being booed just like Bill Laimbeer in his old hometown. Family and friends. I'll just be straight up with you. Like, I want the Bulls to win. And, you know, your job was to basically break everybody's heart.
The Pistons dropped Jordan in the Bulls in 5 quick games. And up next was another shot at the Celtics.
Damn, what the hell? Now
No matter what was going on through the
damn, what the hell?
keeping an eye on
Now
to see what they were doing.
You play the Celtics, they bring out the best in you and the worst in you. They make you a better person and a better player. You're going to go through them.
The team split the first 4 games, and again, the Pistons came back to the Garden looking to grab the edge. This time, not just with more experience, but more confidence.
Game 5 in Boston, I remember all of our guys saying, blank the leprechaun will win in this series.
Isaiah sideline like fucking going out to it. Tries for a triple. It's through. The Pistons grab game 5, and they grab the home court advantage from the Boston Celtics.
Now, up 3-2 in the series, the Pistons had a chance to close it out. In their 24th game against Boston in just 2 years.
Game 6 in Detroit. Some of you racists